guys, Chris De Santiago from MMA Island. Here today, I'm joined by a very special guest who knows MMA and islands all too well. We have Kai Kamaka III. Kai, how's it going today?
It's going well, going well.
Awesome, awesome, great to hear. And you're Bellator's newest signing. How good does it feel to be partnered with such a great promotion and to have that relationship back with Scott Coker and the Bellator team?
Um, it's awesome. It was a quick and smooth transition, and yeah, things got going pretty quick, and it was a good, it was as clean as a transition as it could have went.
hmm For sure, for sure. Then, a lot of people speculated about your, how you parted ways with the UFC. What exactly happened between you and the UFC?
Honestly, nothing really happened as far as I fought 4 fights, and now it was time to figure out what was next. And there's we I talked to Bellator right away. Um, like I think I just landed in not Fort Lauderdale, yeah, Fort Lauderdale. I was in Hollywood, Florida, for my cousin's fight, and that night that I landed, I think that night I had a meeting with Ray Seffel, and then I also got a phone call from Scott Coker, a FaceTime from Scott Coker. So um, it that's really all it was. I mean, I can't really say anything more than that because that's all it was. I mean, I fought 4 fights, and then and now it was time to figure out what was next.
For sure. And as you move into this next level of your career, is there any dream opponents that you would like at 145?
Um, there's yeah. I mean, whoever they put in front of me. I mean, I just want to keep getting better, and keep fighting the next best guy, whoever that is at that time. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's it. Two guys I wouldn't want to fight though is my two of my main training partners is Mads Burnell and Jeremy Kennedy. Um,
Mhm.
that's just yeah, that's just. I mean, those are my training partners, so it'd be hard to even think about that right now.
hmm And as you move on to this next chapter of your career, like, what is the next? When would you like your next fight to be? Like, what's the time frame for Kai Kamaka?
I mean, if you followed my career and my UFC stint, I don't have any time frame.
hmm
I'm always in the gym. I'm always taking care of my body. I didn't have great luck, I guess you could say, but um, I don't judge judge when I take fights on based off of a time frame or if I'll be prepared. I think if you give me a date, I'll make sure I'm prepared for it, and ideally I want to fight in December. With my first fight with Bellator. So
Awesome. And then I know the UFC never really went to Hawaii. I know Bellator has been a big fan of Hawaii, having events there. What would it mean for you as a fighter to compete in your home state of Hawaii?
it would mean a lot. It feel right like at home. I fought for Bellator in Hawaii, twice in a row. And yeah, that was kind of weird too because I was fighting in a transition in my career of I fought at 135, and that was just too much. And then I finally went up to 145. So that's kind of what didn't really that's kind of what hurt me sticking with Bellator at that time, which I go on to LFA, I go on to UFC, and I'm back here now. I think it would mean a lot more now when if I was to fight back in Hawaii, with the promotion that I'm with now.
hmm And like I run MMA on, and I'm kind of like a wannabe islander. But what's the best thing about being in Hawaii? Like, what does the lifestyle look like for average Hawaiian?
Um, just the conveniency of having being able to go outside 20, like almost 12 months out of the year, uh, doing things that you'd want to do. outside 12 months out of the year. I mean, you can go hiking, you can go to the beach all year round. I mean, if it's not raining, you can do whatever you want. And that's the luxury about living on an island.
Awesome, awesome. And then, with the featherweight division, AJ McKee's a new champion of that division. Do you think he's going to fight Pitbull next, or do you think he might take on one of the other contenders?
Hard to say. MMA is weird. Guys make weird decisions or decisions in general that you might not even be thinking about, and then they get that's then boom, that's just the next move. So hard to say. I think he probably fights Pitbull again for his other title, just because I mean weight cutting, it looks a little bit tough on him for 145, and why not go up and beat the guy that you just beat and you cut a little bit less weight, as far as confidence, I don't see why he would have been confident in that going up in weight. Weight giving Pitbull the 10 pounds.
And then he had a great last performance against Pitbull, and then he kind of wants to stake his claim as being the best 145er on the planet. Do you think that's true, or like who do you see as the best featherweight on the planet, like Volkanovski, Holloway, or Pitbull? I mean, I'm not Pitbull, Ricky.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty evident to me that Max Holloway is the best 145er. I mean, some might say that's a little bit biased, but yeah, I don't know. I think to be the man, you got to beat the man, and I just don't really feel like Volkanovski went in there and took it from Max. I mean, sure, he may have won. I mean, rounds, I guess. But if you look at the rounds that Max Holloway wins compared to the rounds that Volkanovski wins, they're kind of definitive. You can tell them apart, and that's just what makes it hard to. That's what kind of stops people from giving Volkanovski that true champion status. Nothing wrong. I mean, Volkanovski is great as it is, but I think that's what makes it for people to fully give him his credit.
Do you think he earned a lot of people's respect back with the performance he had against Ortega?
Yeah, I mean, Ortega's a great competitor. Volkanovski continues to prove, he's champion. But yeah, I think he went in there and did what he had to do. He made it a fight, and I think he survived that. He survived Ortega's biggest assets to the fight as far as submissions. So I think, yeah, I think he did. He was in trouble, and he showed that he would he overcome adversity in that. So I think, yeah, he's still staking his claim.
For sure. Then I think the trilogy fight between Volkanovski and Holloway would be one for the ages. A lot of people are mixed on what would happen in the trilogy fight with Volkanovski and Holloway both having belt-like performances in their last fight. How do you see that trilogy fight playing out if it does happen?
I don't know. Maybe they should fight in the Apex cage.
Nice.
It could change up the fight, change up the atmosphere a bit. Bring them a little bit closer. I don't know. Dana likes to say that it doesn't make a difference, but if you could ask me what kind of cage I would prefer in, it'd probably be the smallest cage ever.
Gotcha. Then looking at the featherweight division of the Bellator promotion, who do you think is your hardest challenge in that stacked featherweight rankings right now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, featherweight rankings. They're pretty tough, right? Anytime you get to a rankings, top 10 or top 5, always going to be tough. That's why they're ranked, right? I don't know. I mean, they're all tough. One guy that I'd want to eventually fight as a big fan, just somebody that who has shown to keep the grind on, regardless. Henry Corrales, I'd want to fight him.
Oh, that would be a great fight, man. That would definitely be fireworks. And then I guess as you move on to Bellator, what can we expect to see from you? You're always a anytime, anywhere kind of fighter, but what can we expect to see from this next stage of your career?
Um, I mean, I guess you can expect the same intensity. Um, I'm always improving. I think regardless of whatever happened in the results of fights, you can see that I've gotten better with every fight. Um, I mean, my I think my last fight I was way better than when I fought TJ Brown, and I mean I was able to compose myself a lot better and control a guy. That's something that his biggest asset. You know, I was able to beat him at his own game and fight him at his own fight and still beat him. And you know, I TKO'd him. So I mean, I feel like I'm still getting better mentally and physically. So I think you can expect, you know, just a bit better version. I mean, I'm always getting better. I feel like I have no single like what is that called? I think I'm as well rounded as they come. So I mean, you just expect a better version. You're not like oh, you're gonna see better this, better that. I mean, I'm always in the gym. I'm always getting better. So if I'm not getting better, then what am I doing this for?
Hmm. And then I guess with moving on, like with is your ultimate goal to get back into the UFC? Is it to win Bellator Gold and continue your legacy there? Like, what's the game plan headed into like this next year or so?
Um, Honestly, my game plan is to always maximize myself wherever it is at that time. And my plan was to maximize myself in the UFC and become world champion there. I thought I had all the capabilities of it. I still think I do. I think I'm 3-1 in the UFC. And I mean, sure results say otherwise, but you cannot tell me anything different. And that's just the way I am. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna get bet like, oh, I'm stuck in my own head. No, I mean I think I'm 3-1. I'm still getting better because there's obviously the guys are gonna get better. Now I'm not with the UFC. Now just the letters and numbers on my check change. But that's it. Uh, I mean, I want to be world champion, and I want to be the best where I'm at.
Awesome, awesome, great to hear. And I think that's all the questions I had. Just want to thank you again for the time. Is there anything that you want to say to the fans out there watching, or any sponsors that you want to shout out?
No, I thank everybody for being on this journey, especially um giving me the push that I've gotten during this time this last year, which has allowed me to not take a step back in my career right at this point. From going to UFC to Bellator, probably with the smoothest transition ever. I didn't have to. I mean, I probably slept a few hours and woke up and um I was getting a phone call from um Scott Coker. So I mean, I think the fans have made this an easy push through whatever it is, through social media, just through in general. Just I mean, because I think it's evident that every time I come out and fight, I show up. So I think yeah, I think the fans right now a lot, just because it's helped my transition into the next stage of my career, which I haven't the um stepped back in any part from from the type of money that I was making to whatever. It's all went up. So I can't complain about anything right now. And yeah, it's been good. I just yeah, thank the fans, thank my sponsors, Ruka. Um but yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much,
Oh yeah,
Kai.
and
And oh, go on.
thank you for that one press conference, that media day, asking popping a question, which things are already in motion. I was staying low, and you just kind of dabble at a question that was already in place, so it's pretty
Uh-huh.
cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I hope to be asking you some questions like that at in person at a Bellator event coming soon.
For for sure. I mean, I think I'll be cornering my teammate here pretty soon in the next what is that called?
Bellator 268.
No. It's sure. I think I forget where Jeremy's fighting, but I'll be cornering Jeremy Kennedy pretty soon. Hopefully, I'll
Awesome.
be fighting soon after that.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Thanks, Kai. Appreciate it.
Yeah. See you.